Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and it's Girl Boss Night. Woo! Yes, as you know, it is still Women's History Month, so we've got some boss babes in the building, and we're talking about entrepreneurship and how you collaborate, how you meet to eat, and how you can empower other women and empower yourself at the same time. First, we need a cocktail in hand, and we've got Raquel Simone here with a gorgeous looking cocktail. What's this?
This is the Girl Boss.
Oh, perfect, the Girl Boss. I love it. You're gonna show me how to make it later?
Yep.
I love it. All right, but we gotta talk to the ladies on the couch, so let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, let's talk to these ladies, shall we? We've got Jay Mulan in the building for the first time. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, girl, hey. Thank you for having me.
Entrepreneur extravaganza over here, okay, and media personality. And you've seen this familiar face a few times here. We've got Chaka Howard back. Welcome, welcome. And we've got Tiara LaRae Johnson. Come on, Tiara. All right. You guys are all about empowering other women. I got to know you through this process. Chalk, I've experienced that with you many a times, but Jay Mulan and Tiara, first time meeting y'all, essentially. I met you for like 5 minutes, and then you invited me to an event. Like, what? So how important is it to really collaborate with other women and uplift them as you meet them?
Just from my own experience, when I first started in entrepreneurship, I tell people you can't get anywhere alone and by yourself. You need the support, you need the congregation, you need other like-minded individuals that's gonna help you push your way to where you wanna go. And so I noticed that there wasn't necessarily a lot of events at the time when I first started where they had anything celebrating women or bringing women together, especially because I was so young. I knew it was like things for older women, but nothing for like the young women coming up. And so I'm very much a person like, if you see something that you feel there's lacking, change it. Be the change you want to see. So that's what I really decided to do within that.
I love that. And for the people who don't know Jay Mulan, let them know who you are, because you got a lot of things going.
I do. So I'm the founder of Dear Summer Creative, which is a media platform, and we also specialize in brand partnerships, managing brand and talent in sports, fashion. I have my hands in so many different things.
You're like, hold on,
also
I can't even think of
a
it.
brand within myself.
Yeah.
So I just like connecting the dots and really helping people to be their best versions of themselves. And I'm also launching my nonprofit, Woman to Woman, this month as well, too.
I love that. Perfect. Okay, Chaka, you've been here as a guest talking about your personal journeys, but as an entrepreneur, what do you work in?
So I'm kind of the same. I do a lot of events and event production, but the bulk of my business is staffing. So I do a lot of staffing. So a lot of for a lot of brands, you know, I have brand ambassadors that go and promote, and we build brands. But to answer your question about collaborating, you know, it helps when you have a good team by you or people that you know. I mean, like I did an event for Foot Locker, and I was able to reach out to Jay Mulan, and I was like, hey, do you think you can be like our talent? And she was like, you know, free. You know, she came out, she brought out a huge crowd, and I just made it look so easy, you know, because it's just knowing the right people. She know that I'll be there for her, and she'll be there for me. So collabs are just so important, and it's just so important to have a good group who's willing to help you out. So.
Right. And Tiara?
Yes, so I'm the founder of CLJ Agency. It's an innovative branding firm for thought leaders and game changers and world changers. So we help them build their brands and monetize who they are and just build their influence. And I've been doing that for the past 12 years.
Wow.
And then I am the co-founder of Girl Boss Suites. It's a chic, collaborative online community for women in business where we just empower women to be the best version of themselves to also match their purpose with their business.
Okay, so when it comes to women empowerment, like I feel like women are, and as y'all saw last week, they can be, I guess, low self-esteem, lacking the confidence. I'm stumbling on my words here, as you can see. How do we get women to see the power that they hold within themselves?
I mean, you said it perfectly last week. A lot of women, we deal with imposter syndrome. always going after the next thing. And I think it kind of starts at home too, of just always be into, you got to be the best version. You have to be the best to succeed. And I caught myself of just event after event, you know, gig after gig, and not taking time to like celebrate myself or pat myself on the back, because I just get so wound up on the next thing. And that really weighs on your mental health. So you have to take time to celebrate yourself, and that's how we really want to come together, to celebrate other women and let them know, like, girl, you're doing your thing, keep going, you're almost there. Here, I have more resources if you need any help. Just being a helping hand, reaching back, and not just looking forward, but reaching back.
Yeah, I think it's important to be around a good, positive group of women too, because a lot of times when you're feeling bad, it helps to talk to another business owner to let you know, hey, you're okay, it's okay, this happens. And then you sometimes have to, you know how like you have to self-reflect. So I remember like one time it just seemed like everything that could go wrong in my business, but I would not be who I am today without those failures.
So Tiara, how would you talk to a client of yours who's, let's say they reach an obstacle or a failure, and they're like, you know what, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I shouldn't be a soap maker. Maybe I shouldn't be a media personality. Maybe I need to just quit this because the struggles are too many.
Right.
How do you say, like, actually, the power's within you, just keep going, because the goal is literally a few digs away?
Right. I think one of our biggest services is accountability. We've implemented over the last year a mental empowerment session with our clients. So they meet with like a therapist to talk to them about like what their roadblocks will be. Because when, you know, branding and marketing is a luxury service. You don't need that to have a business. But we know that the amount of money and time it takes, people need to be mentally prepared for that. So we actually have them sit down with a therapist and just, you know, talk about their roadblocks. So when they get to us and, you know, sign a contract, it's like, okay, I've gotten out what that is, and we're able to look at that and say, okay, well, we need to handle her this way. And besides the fact that I'm like, you can't quit. Like, we got 90 days to 6 months in this process. So like, it's crazy you say that, because the other week, like, I had a client, she like took off her mic, like, I'm not doing this, I don't sound right. And I was like, girl, I drove to Katie.
You gonna do
this video. It came out great. So like, that's our service we offer, is accountability and just making sure people are mentally ready. Because when you're doing something major or big, it's easy for you to doubt yourself, because it's uncharted territory. So we just want to make sure we stand with our clients like, no, you got this. You gonna get this done.
Okay, well, speaking of that doubt, well, coming up next, we're gonna show you a little bit of the Female Entrepreneurship Day that we celebrated at City Hall last week. You stay right there. We'll be right back.
Hey, Jay. So let's all keep it short and sweet, because I'm nervous as hell, even though I talk for a living. Holy crap, y'all are beautiful. Listen, what I have been trying to get through my brain today is to not block my blessings. I am a regular schmegular girl, and people treat me like I'm a really big deal, and I'm not. I'm really regular schmegular, and I'm humbled all the time, and I feel very small. And that's how I block myself all the time. People see me as much greater than I see myself. And I'm gonna start seeing the greatness in me.
Yeah, that was me, trembling, but I hope empowering. That's the doubt I was talking about, ladies. We've got Jay Mulan, Chaka, and Tiara here. So that was Female Entrepreneurship Day at City Hall. Y'all made me talk, y'all honored me, and like I said, I was blocking my blessings because I told you no.
Yeah, you did.
And I had met you, maybe 5 minutes at the Cactus Jack Foundation event, and you decided to nominate me.
Yes.
How do you go about nominating women?
So we have a board that we equally bring women that we feel like deserve the award, and we talk about it, have conversations about it, and we try to hit women in each field, in health, in sports, in film, in fashion, and business, just making sure that we're highlighting women in each category. And so even when I met you at the Cactus Jack and Chaka spoke so highly, I'm like, she's a woman with her own TV show in Houston. That needs to be highlighted and celebrated. Like, that is huge. And you're giving other women a platform to also speak about their businesses, what they have going on. Like, that is such a missing piece to a puzzle on the media standpoint. So you were more than deserving to receive that award.
Thank you.
I agree.
I'm still dealing with the imposter syndrome, so I'm gonna go to Tiara now. All right, so the genesis for the event, itself? Like, you started in Atlanta how many years ago, and why did you decide to start it?
So I started this platform in 2017 because when I started my business in 2011, I don't feel like I had anybody to talk to. Like, I would do internships and like work with women, and they'll be like, oh, well, you know, whatever, just intern, keep it moving. And so when I started my first business, it was an event in Atlanta, and they was like, who is this girl? Where'd she come from? What, she 21? Like, that's crazy. But it was really just me using what I was learning in college at the time. And so I was like, I gotta create something that's cool and it's a vibe. So it's like just connecting the dots between women and showing them like, no, this is how powerful you are, that your state or your local government is like, you know, we honor you.
Do you think that there are still, and not just women, men as well, who think that if they're going to enter an industry where there are so many people, there is no room left for them, or they shouldn't even reach out for help because they're going to get pushed away?
I look at it like this. Like, if you go down the street, there's probably a McDonald's like on every corner, a Chick-fil-A right across the street, CVS right across the street from Walgreens. They all make millions. There's just so much to go around. You know, like, people have to stop this. I mean, we typically, all three of us, kind of probably go in each other's lane, and we don't get jealous about that because it's like, oh, okay, she'll do it this way, I'll do it that way. You know, she may need me for something. It's just not that crucial. You know, like, we'll still never be too like cutthroat. You know, we'll never be like that because we kind of know each other. But we all pretty much do the same thing, and we can still work together and make things happen. You know, like, I met Tiara last year. I was nominated. I was one of the
honorees.
Honorees, and I was just like so happy. And we connected and have done so many things together already. So I mean, collabs, and there's just so much to go around. And let's just build each other up.
Business for everybody.
Yeah, there's business for everyone. Yeah.
So what are the plans for Entrepreneurship Day? I know tomorrow you're going to be doing it in Atlanta.
Yes.
But I hear y'all going to be taking it to the White House.
That's the plan.
Oh,
DC,
come
yes.
on, I love
Yes,
it.
that's the plan. I think that's the ultimate building to be in. Like, you know, that's super prestigious being in DC. So much history has happened out there, and just like going to the White House is very like
Especially for women of color.
Yes. All right, well, before we go, I do want to leave you with a little snippet of what we had this past week here in Houston at City Hall, thanks to Jay Mulan and Tiara, and of course Chaka, and Councilman Edward Pollard. Check it out. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking to CEOs, founders, and owners who are taking women to the next level, reaching back and helping them up. We've got Jay Mulan, Chaka Howard, and Tiara LaRae Johnson. Okay, what can business owners, it doesn't need to be just a woman, men too can learn from advice that you guys give, do to succeed? What should they be doing? What struggles are they going to encounter? What do they need to be ready for?
First of all, I think getting your mental together first before you start anything, and figuring out what is your why, what is your purpose behind your business. I feel like a lot of people kind of, you know, see on social media somebody's doing this, somebody's doing that, and you're not in your own lane. You're looking at the right and the left of your lanes and not focusing on your why and your purpose and why you want to fulfill what you want to do. And I say, you know, it starts up here. And a lot of times we get discouraged from friends and family, or they call our businesses, oh, your little event, oh, your little product. No, it's not little. It's
TV show.
Yeah, your little, you know, it's like, no, this is huge, this is big. And so I feel like a lot of times we get discouraged behind that, and people don't realize when you first start, it's the strangers that are supporting you. Even our event, you know, yes, family members and friends come out, but the majority are people that follow you and are mentored by you from a distance. I call them distant mentors.
Okay, ladies, you hear about it all the time. Family, friends, they see you on the up. They're like, oh, I see you know CJ Stroud, like, can I come along? Or, oh, you're doing this agency with all of these paying clients, like, can you take me on for free? Or you've got an event happening in Cactus Jack, like, how can I get in? Like, how do you handle the people who want freebies and who only come around fair weather? Because there's many of them.
Definitely setting boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm testament to who I am. I always want to bring everyone where I go, whatever doors I walk in. And sometimes you have to be comfortable walking through doors by yourself and know that your moment is for you.
Did you have a moment with a friend or a family member? And you don't got to name them. They probably know who they are.
Yeah, several moments where they're bringing out the flash and let me get a photo, and I had to, like, you know, politely tell them to the side, like, hey, you know, it's a time and a place, and if you're gonna embarrass me, you can't come. I'm just straight up, you can't come. Bringing out the flash in front of them, like, please, no, I don't know her.
Yeah. Chaka, do you have a moment you remember, or does it happen often with family and friends?
It can even happen with people like your vendors or contractors that you hire.
Yes.
Sometimes they get, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I mean,
Starstruck.
like at one event I did, they got so starstruck. I'm like, this is not about you. This is about the client, you know, so they don't know how to behave, and it's embarrassing. And they're not going to look at them, they're going to look at me.
Right.
Because I'm the one who they hired to make this happen. But yeah, so I mean, it's just setting your boundaries, like she said. And it gets easy because you're like, you know what, this is my career and I'm looking out for my client. It's not about me, it's not about no one else but my clients.
Right.
Tiara?
And I would say I have a family perspective because I'm the first entrepreneur, like, in my family, like the first generation, even though my parents were first generation college students, masters and doctorates. So they was looking at me like, no, you need to get a job. Like, what are you doing? And so, like, even though now me and my parents are best friends, we always been close, I'm an only child, it was like, dang, like, I just really got a dream. Then they were like, no, like, what you gonna do? Like, you gotta be able to do something. So even though at the time I was like mad at them, like, why can't y'all understand I got a business? Like, help me, like, I'm trying to do something. Like, they just wanted me to be okay. You know, they wanted me, I had to prove myself. So, like, before I was like, man, I'm not really rocking with them. But now it's like, no, they just wanted to be sure, like, if you gonna do this, put your best foot forward. Like, you know, have a backup plan because we supported you enough since you was 18. So make sure, you know, this is what you really want to do. So at first I was mad, but now I appreciate that perspective because it's like, no, if you really gonna do this, you got to put your all into it.
All right, Chaka, any advice?
You have to believe in yourself. I remember Oprah had said, I think they asked her a long time ago, like, hey, what was your plan B? And she was like, I didn't have one because my plan A had to work. There was no plan B. So you have to believe in yourself more than anyone else. So I would say believe in yourself, just do it.
Tiara, any advice you have?
Yeah, so I would say, like, charging your worth. You know, I think it's oftentimes hard for people to be like, okay, this is you got to remember your time. You got to remember what you put into it, the people that you hire. So, like, don't be afraid to send an invoice for what you believe that you're worth. And you will get maybe 1,000 no's, but then you might get 10 yeses.
Yes.
So don't be afraid to charge your worth and really go after what you want. And then when you get to your 6 figures and your 7 figures, like, make sure you're budgeting and stay on track.
Yeah, because I've heard of some business owners, they get $0 one year, right? But luckily they had saved from their lucrative months.
Yeah.
All right,
Get
well,
back in your community.
Yes.
Most important.
And get multiple streams of income.
That-
if you can. Well, cheers, ladies. Keep killing it. Keep empowering other women. Thank you so much for all the attention you gave to me and for uplifting me, you know, little old me. Just kidding, not little old me, boss
Big old
me,
you.
big old me, okay? All right, coming up next, I'm headed to the bar because Raquel is gonna show me how to make the girl boss. You stay right there, we'll be right back. We've got every episode of The Nightcap and we can go for hours. Download the Fox Local app on any of the following smart TV platforms and get in on the fun. Welcome back to The Nightcap. We've been talking to some girl bosses, but I'm behind the bar now with another girl boss, Raquel Simone, and you're here to do what? Back that glass up! That's right, honey. Okay, we loved the girl boss, okay? That was delicious. I know they're over there squirming for their refills, okay? So, how do we make it?
All right, so we're gonna start with a scoop of ice. We're gonna grab our Madame Paletta.
Okay. No jigger? We're just counting?
Just counting. So we're gonna count to 4. You ready?
Maybe.
Right on over. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
That was like 4.25. Okay.
Then we're gonna grab our pineapple juice. We're gonna count to 4 again.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
Did a little
And then
extra
you're
there
gonna grab the simple syrup.
Alrighty.
And we're gonna squirt that twice. 1,
1, 2,
2.
like that.
Yep. And then you get your lime juice. Pour a little shot.
A shot of 1 ouncer.
Yep.
Okay, we don't do counts on this.
No. You don't want to make it too tangy. You want to shake it up?
Sure thing. It's the one thing I know how to do. I can do this. Okay, this is getting cold. Is it
All
time?
right, you're good.
Okay.
Ooh. All right, and then right on to the next one. And then that is your girl boss.
Perfect. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, let's see how I did.
Wait. I need a refill.
Oh, look at these girl bosses wanting more girl boss. All right, I gotta get them some refills. Cheers to you. We'll see you guys next time. Girl boss.
Girl boss.
Cheers.
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 Missed out on the nightcap? Well, head on over to our YouTube page and catch up with Carolina.
You can watch full episodes anytime you want. And don't forget to share it with your friends because we gotta keep the conversation flowing.
So this one is not going to hurt as much as this one.
Watch The Nightcap at 11:30 on Fox 26 and anytime on Fox Soul.